Hey guys, it's Emiliath. Welcome back to your local Cloak and Dagger safe space where I'm going to tell you how to use Cloak and Dagger against a tall, confident woman with big thighs. As you all know, we're about to add another iconic and highly anticipated character to the Marvel Rivals roster, Emma Frost. Emma Frost is coming as the newest tank edition and is defined by her ability to cancel ultimates by choke slamming people into the ground. Her kit revolves around chipping enemies down with her primary left click and then swapping to her diamond form when close enough to melee combo the absolute snot out of anyone nearby. While in normal form, her left click is similar to Wanda's. It's sort of like this sucky beam thing, and she has the ability to use a projectile shield that can be placed within a certain distance, giving her some control of where and what she's blocking. Additionally, she has an ability where she can sort of project someone's consciousness out of their body, similar to Strange Ult, where she can damage both that and the person to do double damage. Her secondary form is her diamond form, which allows her to CC people, cancel ultimates, and boop people with a roundhouse kick to the face. If you ever find yourself in close quarters with Emma Frost, you should probably bow. I mean run away. Additionally, she has a team up with Magneto and Psylocke that give them a clone, similar to a Loki clone that repeats what they're doing. This clone looks like a regular enemy to the opposite team, so you can't easily tell who the actual player is. And anyone that plays Cloak and Dagger knows that Magneto is already in every single game, and that metal meatball has your name on it every single time you ult. Meaning Emma is going to make your life even harder than it already was before. Oh, and Cloak and Dagger's ultimate is currently nerfed in the new patch, which was actually supposed to be a buff to their ultimate. Previously, Cloak and Dagger's ultimate would dissipate one line at a time, with each stripe having its own timer, but in the newest patch notes, their ultimate is supposed to dissipate all at the same time, with the timer starting on the last stripe. However, the timer is currently starting on the first, meaning after the last stripe is out, the ultimate only has a few seconds left before it disappears. But before you panic, I do believe this is a bug, and the devs are currently aware of it, so hopefully it gets patched before the next season drops. So how, as a support player in the year of our Lord, deal with a tank and combos of this magnitude? Get it? Magnitude. Okay, no, I'm sorry. Well, truth be told, Cloak and Dagger may not be the best pick, assuming your games consist of Magneto and Emma Frost. However, if the Emma Magneto combo is going to be as strong as I think it will, Emma will likely be banned in a majority of games. In which case, yay! You can pick Cloak and Dagger and just have to worry about the usual scary old man screaming in the sky. If not, then we've got some things we gotta strategize about. In theory, Cloak and Dagger are actually kind of ideal against Emma Frost because you can keep your distance from her while still being able to support your team, unlike Invisible Woman where you have to stay pretty close. This is an advantage because it means she can't beeline straight for you and combo you into the stratosphere. Also, if you struggle with positioning on Cloak and Dagger, I have a helpful guide on my channel that I recommend. Honestly, I think positioning is the foundation of everything, and proper positioning will help you the most overall, so be sure to check it out. I did find while playing Cloak and Dagger versus Emma, I was mostly able to keep my distance and didn't really struggle against her specifically. However, Emma's combos do outdamage a lot of healing, and even if they don't outdamage the healing, she has the ability to move people out of your LOS, similar to how Thor pushes people further into his team. She can do this with her kick ability and her diamond form. Unfortunately, there isn't much you can do when these things happen, so the best option is to be proactive. For example, using Cloak's Terror Cape to blind and help your team burst her before she can get a combo off, or liberally using your bubbles before your teammates are at critical health at choke points where your teammates can be grabbed by her, so she doesn't burst them down before you have the chance to heal them. If you do ever find yourself in close quarters with Emma, well, it was nice knowing you. But seriously, you need to have an abundance of awareness so that you can get yourself back to a safe place, because Emma Frost can absolutely chokeslam you out of your dark teleport. Granted, it's not after you're already fully inside of it, but she has a window in the startup animation to yank you out of it, and if they see you within range, any good tank player is going to focus you down, and anyone with a little time on Emma will know the timing of canceling certain characters' abilities or ultimates, and even if they don't, the timing could easily line up as you're trying to leave and they're trying to stop you from leaving. This is why positioning is going to be so important, because if you find yourself close to her, you have to react very quickly or have known what cooldowns she's already used to avoid her comboing you. Unlike a lot of other characters on the roster, you can't really take a close fight with Emma. Usually on Cloak and Dagger, you have a rotation of abilities that allow you to stay alive and take a little bit of a fight while you wait for your dark teleport to reposition. But this is not the case with Miss Frost. Do not, I repeat, do not Try to take a close fight with her because you will lose if she has her diamond form ready. If you find yourself close to her, you should be immediately repositioning with Dark Teleport, hopefully before she gets in her diamond form. Now, keeping your distance is a little complicated when you have an ultimate that needs to be used directly on top of your team to get value. The great thing about Cloak and Dagger's ultimate is that they're unstoppable, so outside of the initial animation window, it can't be cancelled by crowd control abilities like Emma Frost's Choke Slam, which means while you're ulting at least, you don't really have to worry about her destroying you. However, you do have to pay close attention to where she is when you're ending your ultimate because she is 100% watching and waiting to pounce on you like a lion versus a gazelle. When starting the ultimate, you want to make sure you're not within range of her so she can't cancel it within the startup animation. After the ult is out, you want to make sure you're watching where she's positioned so that by the third or fourth stripe, you're able to move as far away from her as possible. Currently, Bucky players pose a similar threat. If you ult and there's a Bucky player nearby where you end, he's going to pull you off your ultimate and try to kill you. So you want to place your ultimate in a way that if he pulls you, you're still on top of your ult, or you end your ult in a way where he can't pull you at all. And if you are within range of him when you end, you want to immediately use your Dark Teleport away from him. This is the same concept with Emma. Make sure that you either circle back your ultimate to behind your tank so it's harder for her to get to you, or you find a path that is far enough away from her she won't be able to kick and stun you out of it. With the mag team up, you'll be seeing Emma mag combos a lot, which means you still have to worry about the Magneto ult hurling towards you. But the nice part is that ult placement and positioning basically applies to both tanks, just in different formats. Which means another option is at your disposal, and that is to communicate to your Magneto to give you a bubble at the end of your ultimate, which will give you time to Dark Teleport out of danger. A lot of Magnetos have learned to start doing this for supports anyway, but I find it's easiest just to ask them before the next fight starts to save their bubble for my ultimate specifically, so it's not on cooldown when the time comes. That's about all I've learned in the very short time frame I had to play against Emma Frost as Cloak and Dagger. Truth be told, I'm not sure that Cloak and Dagger will be the best support this season with Magneto and Emma running around, but I'm in the wishful thinking stage that Emma will be a high pick ban just because people will hate their ultimates being cancelled. I suspect the best supports versus Emma may include characters like Loki or Adam that have abilities to negate high burst damage. Yes, even though they are nerfed this patch. I've also seen a lot of people saying Rocket is going to be really strong with his new healing changes and overhealth added to his ultimate. Personally, I didn't get enough playtime on any of these characters to decide who will be the strongest support, but I hope some of this helps you in the upcoming season, and I know I said to avoid her as much as possible, but really, you just gotta let Emma chokeslam you once. Ooh, wait, she damages through... She damaged? Well, maybe if I kept healing, actually. But she damaged with that combo through my, cape. Or my cloak or whatever. No, we just shake our head. No. No. Thank you.